After leading by as much as 20 points last weekend against the Gold Coast in the Gold Coast, against the Blaze, the Wildcats let it slip and losing by 5 points after an Aaron Maxey shot put them up, and then no chance of getting it back. 2 points at the end, sealing the deal. A 5-point loss on the road, so they're still struggling on the road. Just the one win. Wildcats' Stephen Way joins me again. G'day, mate. How are you?
Too bad, thanks. Thanks for having me again.
Must have been very disappointing. A bitter pill to swallow at the end of the game.
Yeah, it was. You know, we played so well up until the third quarter, and just to let it slip away in the third and fourth quarter was really disappointing for us.
Some people might have put that down as, understandable the week before against Cairns, having flown back from New Zealand, but you'd had a week's break. Put it behind you now. You've got to play the same team again this week, and payback is sweet revenge.
That's right. I think that's a good thing this year about playing them 4 times, and good thing about it is that we get to play Gold Coast at home this weekend, and like you said, it will be quite a gruelling battle, I think, because, as you said, we'll have a bittersweet taste in our mouths and we'll be ready for revenge.
Now, last weekend it was a case of leaving the former Wildcat, James Harvey, open on some unattended 3-point shots, which he managed to hurt you with, but Aaron Maxey in the last quarter and a bit managed to seal the deal.
Yeah, that's right. They've got, I think, from basically their first player to the 10th player, they've got guys that can at any time come in and score, and Harvey just seemed to be the man that was open on the back end of our trapping defence, which is unfortunate because he's one of the premier 3-point shooters in the league and has been for the last 10 years. We've just got to do a better job next game at realising when he's open on the floor, and obviously Maxey in the fourth quarter came out and grabbed 2 or 3 massive offensive rebounds to give them extra possessions, and he had a big 3 that kind of sealed the deal for him. The
coach has come out in the press this week saying that he wants more out of Luke Schenn. He's a former NBA player. He had a reasonable year last year with Adelaide, but since coming across, he seems to have struggled. There's been some games where he's been on top of his game, and as we've spoken about before, in training, he hits that 3 to 4 foot hook shot, but in the games, it's just letting him down.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a big thing to get Luke Schenn up and going for us. I think towards the later part of the season it's going to be vital. Luke Longley came in this week and ran us through our paces at practice, and one of the things he tried to hit home with us was that playoff basketball, or when we get to playoff basketball, it's not so much a full court game, which is the style that we've been playing up until now. It's got a lot more to do with the half court offense. So I think if we can establish Luke down low and basically make him a real force around the league, then it's really going to benefit us as a team.
I see the vision, as you say, of Luke Longley working with Luke Schenn. He's been working with Sam Harris as well?
Definitely, yeah. It's going to be vital for Sammy Harris to learn off both Luke Longley and Luke Schenn. Those guys have both played professional basketball around the world, and Sammy's just got to basically treat it like he's a sponge and just learn everything he can.
On Wednesday this week, TAB Sportsbet came out and installed the Perth Wildcats as championship favourites, taking over from the early season favourites New Zealand Breakers. How do you think that's going to sit coming into the second half of the season?
To be honest, mate, it's probably not something that we really have to read into. I think New Zealand's still a very good team, and they'll be there when it comes time for playoffs. I guess it's good to be known as a force around the league at this point in the season, but as we've just seen, we're definitely still inconsistent. We need to basically improve our consistency, definitely on the road. I guess the rest will take care of itself.
Well, we're back home again this weekend, playing again the Gold Coast Blaze. And, equal on top with the Wollongong Hawks. Make sure it's an outright lead by the end of the weekend. Stephen Way, thanks for joining us on Radio West.
Thanks for having me, mate.